This is CityCast Seattle. I'm Jane C. Hu, and here's what Seattle's talking about. Amazon is offering paid delivery within an hour, and Microsoft is considering suing Amazon over its deal with OpenAI. The girls are fighting, and our team reviews the cheap eats at the Mariner Stadium ahead of opening day. But first, we've got a special guest with us. If you've taken the 7, 49, or E-Line buses in the last 15 or so years, you might recognize him. Or maybe you've read his words in his 2 books, The Lines That Make Us or Deciding to See. Welcome photographer, filmmaker, writer, and Metro bus driver, Nathan Voss. Hi, Nathan.
Hi, Jane. Thank you so much for that lovely intro. It's great to be here. Thanks for taking a moment.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you. And thanks to the show for wanting to celebrate bus drivers. Wow.
Yeah, I know Transit Appreciation Week is coming up next week, so we just wanted to get a little ahead of ourselves here. So, Nathan, you've been driving buses for a long time.
Yeah, it'll be 19 years now, and it feels odd to say that. Isn't that crazy?
What changes have you noticed over that time? Because I feel like in the last 19 years, Seattle has seen a lot of changes too.
It really has. The bus used to be just uniformly a safe place, a fun place. I'd invite friends to come hang out on the bus. We'll do a round trip and just talk the whole time. It was really exciting and just a laid back, friendly space where also the interior sort of geography of the bus layout was conducive to talking, to meeting strangers, because the chairs were closer together. The front seat was right next to the bus driver because of the layout with stairs. You're right next to people. It's become a lot more kind of withdrawn and isolated. And so now the bus space is, especially with all-door boarding, which is a much newer thing, it's more of you're kind of by yourself in your space. And maybe passengers enjoy having that time alone in what for them is otherwise a busy or involved social day. For me, though, as the operator, I do this job because I like people. I want to talk to people. And so it's been an adjustment to be in more solitary mode and allowing people to have their private time on the bus, which they might not be getting elsewhere.
That makes me sad, though.
I know. It's super sad. I still call out all the bus stops. I say hi to everyone. I say thank you
I love that.
to people as they're getting off. I have my big smiley face at the front of the bus to let them know I'm not going to yell at them. I still do everything I can to create a welcoming social environment. But it's a challenge that I'm continuing to reflect on. What if that's not what people are looking for in the bus space? I do not have the answers today for that.
It does feel like, when you said phones, I was thinking about the last few times I've been on a bus. I am really bad at looking at a phone on any kind of moving vehicle because I get really motion sick.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that when I look around, every single other person is looking at a phone.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that maybe people are not trying to strike up conversation as much with you. But
yeah,
I mean, one thing that I really loved about your books is just how you get this slice of life from your perspective, from getting to talk to people. And I also like that in this latest collection, you've dated all of your stories. So you kind of get a sense for what were things like in 2016 versus 2018 versus the 2020s. One thing that really shines through to me is that you have always continued to see the good in people. And I've heard you say before that the currency of the streets is respect. And it's clear to me that you really respect a lot of the people that you encounter on your way around town. What keeps you going? How do you keep choosing hope?
It has to be a daily sort of sign up to do this, to outlook, as it were. But in talking to passengers who have been sober for a long time, they'll tell me how they choose not to smoke another cigarette or have a drink every minute. So it's a small decision that's being made over and over and over, rather than a huge, this is for the rest of my life type of thing, even though that's what they're aiming for. And so I think in the same way, I'm every trip, every hour, every day, I'm going to look for the good here. This person is somebody's child. This, how can I reframe this and think about it in a different way? Writing is very helpful for me. Thanks for reading those books. I want those books to function as a sort of time capsule or oral history of, here's a time when everyone in Seattle was talking to each other. We still like community. We still yearn for togetherness. We are the social animal. I don't think that's gone away. But it's harder to find now. And the book is like trying to suggest it's available still. It's all around us. And we still feel super good when we have these moments where we interact with strangers. And I try to facilitate that on the bus. And people do give feedback in unexpected ways, where I encountered somebody walking down Jackson Street when I wasn't working, and she was able to communicate to me in Spanish enough that I could understand that being on my bus is making a difference on Rainier Avenue, that she feels a sense of comfort and safety that she doesn't find on the other buses. And I hope for other people who are in similar positions where they like try to say hi to folks, that even if it's not landing obviously every time, it's still inspiring.
Sometimes you'll encounter someone who just like has a good energy, or they're enjoying what they're doing in the moment, or that they just seem like open to human interaction in a way that makes me feel a little bit more a part of our city. And I imagine that maybe that's what that person was feeling from you.
I hope so.
Nathan, you're also a photographer, a filmmaker, clearly a writer. How does your time out in the world complement your art? And I mean, from a very base level, I imagine that just living in this expensive city, it's, you know, at least a good steady paycheck. But I'm curious how you see all of your different modes of work interacting with each other.
The bus is the best artist day job in the history of everything. Bus driving is one of those rare, like, union jobs that still exists, where you're like, thank goodness for unions. And you're saying that less politically than practically, of like, okay, wow, I can live my life and do the stuff I want to do. And bus driving is a job that does allow you to live in Seattle, which is amazing, and make art. And I feel very fortunate that way, where my art doesn't have to make money. I don't have to be commercially minded when I'm creating it. And so the job pragmatically allows for that to happen. It also is a really interesting portrait of humanity. You get to see this totally unadorned portrait of people. In spaces besides the street, human behavior often has an aspect of being performative. You have to like conduct yourself in a certain way if you're at dinner at this type of restaurant, or if you're at this type of social gathering. On the street, there's a lot less pretense. There's something...
Yeah, the bus is this liminal place. Like, people aren't expecting to be observed, or, you know, they're just kind of being themselves, getting from one place to another.
There's an honesty out there that I find really refreshing. These people are just being who they are in that moment. And as a creative thinker, that's extremely interesting to me, to get to see just a wider spectrum of humanity than we normally see. It's more ugly, but it's also more beautiful.
Okay, so Nathan, last question for you. Next week is Transit Appreciation Week.
It really is.
Wednesday was National Transit Employee Appreciation Day. How do people show you appreciation? How would you like to be shown appreciation? Like, what changes could we make in our city or in our just individual behavior when we are on transit to make your life better or more enjoyable?
It's the little things that count. I think Victor Hugo wrote that there are no small things because everything matters. And we in Seattle are unique in living in a city where people have a very strong habit of saying thank you to the bus driver when they get off the bus. Traveling in
I always do it.
Thank you. Traveling in other cities, both outside the US and inside, that's really rare. And I would love if people continue to do that, saying thank you to the bus driver, saying hi. If there's something wrong on the bus, don't just hide. Talk to the operator if something's wrong. Talk to the operator if you have questions. Say thank you. Say hello. It's important to let people know that they exist. People want to be seen and heard. And this extends beyond bus drivers, of course. The checkout person at the grocery store, et cetera, et cetera. This is how we come together by combining strangers, bringing strangers together, not necessarily to become friends, but just to acknowledge each other and see each other in the community.
100%. I mean, a community is not just all people you're friends with, right? Like, these are people that you just have potentially repeat interactions with, or even not, just people that you exist in the world with.
We live in the same
deserve
city.
Kindness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Nathan, for people who aren't already familiar with your work, where can they find more info about you?
Well, they can type in my name into Google, Nathan Voss, V as in Valentine. My website, there's 2 books. I recommend the newest one. It's called Deciding to See. I recommend both of them, but there is a new one that's out. It's called Deciding to See. But the books can be bought at any bookstore. You can buy them online. They're everywhere.
All right. Well, Nathan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Jane, for having me. This is so fun.
And yeah, if y'all see Nathan, be sure to say hi, or really just say hi to your driver. Like, just remember that we all live in a city and we're all here together. All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, I'll be talking with Ashley and Liam about Amazon. When I first moved to Seattle, I started going to events at Town Hall as a way of getting to know the city. I've seen talks and panel discussions from my favorite authors and thinkers, and I even went to a concert there. Town Hall is a nonprofit with a mission to amplify ideas, foster civil discourse, and connect people through events. They're a community hub. Nearly every night of the week, you'll find a calendar of events spanning civic, science, and arts and culture. They're housed in this vibrant, historic building. The Wyncote Northwest Forum got this stunning makeover a few years ago, and it's been so exciting to go to events there ever since. Coming up on March 19th, journalist and CityCast contributor Marcus Harrison Green is hosting a panel talk on immigrant rights in the latest edition of Speaking of Seattle, presented in partnership with The Stranger. Get your tickets at townhallseattle.org. Like most town hall events, tickets are offered on a sliding scale with free tickets for people under 22. Again, that's townhallseattle.org. Is your heat or AC running more than it should be? That might be because your window insulation has failed. Now is a great time to replace your old windows with custom-built, high-quality windows from Window Nation. The pros at Window Nation can help you get affordable, energy-efficient windows before the summer heat sets in. Their installation crews finish the job in just a day or less, so you can enjoy the rest of the season with minimal disruption. And they offer a lifetime warranty on all of their windows, so you can relax knowing your home is protected far into the future. They offer financing options too, including $0 down and payments as little as $199 a month. They've got an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, and they've installed 3 million windows across the country. Plus, they have over 45,000 5-star reviews. You can schedule a fast, free estimate now at windownation.com. We are back with creative producer Liam Billingham and executive producer Ashley Smith. Welcome, both of you.
Hey.
Thank you.
So Amazon announced this week that they're going to start delivering some products within an hour in many U.S. cities. Prime members will pay $10 for the privilege of receiving something for under an hour, and non-members pay $20. You can also get stuff within 3 hours, which is $5 for Prime members and $15 for non-members. Would you all use this? Is this something that you see yourself paying for?
If it was like an emergency, I'm trying to think of like what would I need to order from Amazon that would be an absolute emergency.
My first thought was like, I'm out of toilet paper. It's like you need it right away. Like that's
you gotta sit on that toilet for a full hour, Liam?
I mean, I'm just spitballing here about like what
you couldn't use a tissue?
No, I mean I could, Jane. I'm just saying that like I don't know. I guess it's too late with toilet paper. You're right. We got to go tissue.
The things that I thought of initially were like, one, if you're in a city, say you're like at a work thing or at a conference and you realize you forgot your phone charger, that I feel like I could see being useful. And like you're in a huge rush and you know you're not going to be able to like step out and actually go find one at like a store. Or if you're really sick and you need like Sudafed to get through the day. There have definitely been times where I've been sick and I'm like, I don't want to schlep out into the world with my mask on and stand in that long ass pharmacy line to try and get the stuff that's behind the counter. Like it would be really nice if that were just available for delivery directly to my home.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking like this seems so unnecessary, but when you are sick, I've like apologized to even with my mask on. Like if you can tell I'm buying like juice and tissues and stuff like that. And the person checking me out, I'm sure is just disgusted. I'm like, I'm so sorry that I'm here. I don't want to be here.
I didn't mean to do this to you.
Yeah. I would much rather be at home right now. So I guess it is good for situations like that.
So I was thinking about this because I'm the rep parent here on the show, and one thing that a lot of people do, and I kind of get it, is they'll do like, especially with young kids, they'll do the subscription where they get the toilet paper. I don't know why I'm fixated on toilet paper. They get the toilet paper delivered every month. If the kids have medication or something, like they put it on autopilot, which I totally understand, and yet I've resisted very hard because I still believe in the like, no, I need to go to the store and get this stuff myself because like that's just life. Like that's just what you do in your life is you do errands, and it's like we all work from home. So any excuse I have to go anywhere feels like a big deal to me.
Oh man, are y'all kidding me? I hate running errands. Like it's the worst thing. I would rather be doing anything else with that free time. So I do
sounds
understand.
like we got a service for you, Jane.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I thought the service was going to be Liam going to run my
Okay, I'll
errands
go
for
for
me.
you, Jane. I'll take care of it. Yeah.
So, I mean, I do understand the appeal of it, but I think the economics of it all also, like, I'm not a Prime member. I feel like paying that much for that quick delivery, especially for something that I'm not sure I'm going to need in under 3 hours, as we're discussing, it seems like there's a limited number of things that you could really require within that short amount of time. I mean, how often do you guys actually use Prime or fast delivery for things? I find that I mostly am using Amazon for things that I like don't know what physical store to go to find.
Yeah.
100%. Or like, if it's like honestly, you can't make time in the day to get to the like wherever you would need to go to do it. Like sometimes in those clutch situations, it's really great.
I feel like if I'm ordering something on Amazon, I'm being extremely lazy. Like I could just go to the store, or is it really something I need in a week? I would never do a 1 hour thing. In fact, I usually do like the slowest option because you get like a little digital credit or whatever, so you can watch a movie for free. It's ridiculous. Didn't they just announce 30-minute delivery? Why are they now announcing 1 hour, 3 hour delivery? Did they like jump the gun on that?
So Amazon Now was announced recently. So that's delivery within 30 minutes. But that is, I think, primarily focused on groceries and items that you could theoretically find at a grocery store more than the full range of Amazon items. So this new announcement feels like a scaling up of what you could get in a very short amount of time.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Interesting. I just like Amazon Now. It's a very intense name.
Very much so.
Yeah. According to their website, you could get fresh produce, meat, seafood, dairy, frozen items. I mean, honestly, all of those things I could see. Like, if that's not delivered within 30 minutes, I don't really want it. But also over-the-counter pharmaceuticals and household essentials are all part of this Amazon Now.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, I guess maybe you're only
Don't
sitting on
pin
that
this
toilet
on
for
me.
30 minutes instead of a full hour if you do it through Amazon Now.
There you go.
So this is all happening as Microsoft is reportedly weighing whether they should sue Amazon. So the Financial Times reported this week that OpenAI has a new product called Frontier that is hosted by Amazon Web Services, but Microsoft has a deal with OpenAI that they must route all of their AI models through Microsoft Azure. I mean, the takeaway here seems to be the girls are fighting. And I do think it's interesting to see how much of a player OpenAI has become. And did you all know that they have a presence here now?
Ugh, we should have known.
Yeah, I knew they had an office in Bellevue.
Yeah, so they leased a couple of floors in one of the big downtown Bellevue offices, and they're expanding to 10 floors, which is quite a lot. And so when I heard about this Microsoft lawsuit, I was like, wait, I feel like I've heard about a lot of OpenAI lawsuits lately. Have you all kept up with this at all?
No.
Yeah. What is going on?
Give
Why
us the
is
goss.
everyone fighting over OpenAI?
Okay, it feels like
Popcorn.
here are at least two that I've heard about. This week, Britannica, which owns Merriam-Webster, is suing OpenAI, saying that their AI essentially was trained with the information in the dictionary without their permission.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, this has happened with a lot of authors' work already with lots of different AI models. It's a whole thing. But it's, if you look at it from just the headline, it's the dictionary is suing OpenAI, which seems really bleak. Also, Elon Musk is suing OpenAI and Microsoft, saying that they defrauded him by lying about their plans to run OpenAI as a nonprofit. So Musk had invested $38 million in the early days of OpenAI. He's now seeking $134 billion in damages, potentially. So there's this whole, you know how lawsuits go. They drag on forever. OpenAI was initially going to focus their defense on Musk's lack of credibility given his ketamine use. But a judge ruled this week that they can't do that. But reporting from multiple sources say that Musk and OpenAI had a lot of conversations about going into business together at Burning Man, which kind of course, somehow.
You can't write this.
Cursed sentence. Absolutely cursed.
So yes,
God.
that whole trial kicks off this year on my birthday, which feels like a little present from the universe.
Happy
Congrats,
birthday.
Jane. Yeah.
A few years ago when Fire Festival dropped, that like all the news about how Fire Festival was going, that was also my birthday. So I feel like
Jane can have a scandal as a treat on her birthday.
Yeah,
we love
like
it.
every few years the world is like, you want a little like scandal involving rich people? Here, you can have that as your little present.
That's so nice. Love that for you.
Love it.
All right. Well, we'll see what other trouble OpenAI gets into here. That's at least 2 open lawsuits, potentially a third here if Microsoft gets involved. But
Can I ask an annoying question? If AI is supposed to like create efficiencies and like, require in theory less employees, why do they need 10 floors of office space?
It's a great question.
Doesn't
the
make sense.
lawyers, potentially.
Touche. Well said.
So many lawyers.
Depressing and true, probably.
All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, let's review our little trip to the Mariners Stadium. If you're enjoying the podcast, be sure to follow us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen so you never miss an episode. Also, leave us a little review. It's really helpful. And tell your friends about us. You can also get more local news and events delivered right to your inbox by subscribing to our newsletter. Just go to seattle.citycast.fm. And you can find us on Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok at CityCast Seattle. And you can watch full episodes of this show on YouTube. So earlier this week, our team went to the Mariners preview. We got to taste some of the food that they're going to have at the stadium this season. Y'all know I was obsessed with that ferry. I feel like it's all I've been talking about. If you have not seen a photo of this on social media, when the Mariners announced their food options for this season, one of the centerpieces was a plastic ferry boat that had like French fries and fish sticks, or in some cases nachos in them. And it looked amazing. And getting to see it in person was truly a highlight. And also discovering that the ferry boat itself floats on water. Ashley, I know you were also on a quest to lay eyes on this ferry.
Yeah, I feel like we don't get enough ferry merch in Seattle. It's so beautiful.
And it looks like, yes, one of the classic Washington State ferries. And I'm so sorry, it's going to become my whole personality now. But
will you be eating all of your meals in it?
Jane just sitting on the ferry,
eating my little bonbons in the bath out of my ferry.
making ferry sounds, doing like announcements.
If this is exciting to you, I believe you will be able to purchase one for like $8 or something. It does seem like also a fun thing to get for like a kid in your life if they are excited about.
It could be, or they could fight over it immediately if you have 2 of them. I mean, 2 kids, not 2 ferries.
Weirdly specifically, am I assuming you're speaking from
I have
experience?
no experience with this at all. Anyway.
So we got to try so many different things at this event. Opening day is next week. what did you all like the most if folks are headed to the stadium this season?
That ube Rice Krispie treat. Was that from Marination? That was so good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What I love about ube desserts is that they're purple, which just always makes me happy. What else did you all like?
Oh, Proshki. It was like a potato and cheese little pinwheel guy. That was delicious.
I didn't try that. I should have thought to try
I was too
that
full
one.
by that point, but I did try the beef and cheese one, and it was also very good. And I think the potential benefit of getting it at the stadium is that you won't have to stand in that long ass line at Pike Place.
True. Yeah.
I was a real big fan of the miso katsu bowl that Tamari Bar had. That was really, really tasty. That was really good. Yeah.
Their curry that has like the donuts in it that they make is so, so good. Every time I've had that at the stadium, that's like been my favorite thing that I've put in my mouth.
It's described as crispy Chinese donuts served with signature Area 206 curry sauce. I did not try that. And now it was very overwhelming, the amount of stuff we could try. And now I'm looking back, I'm like, I should have tried everything.
I was impressed with the range of food. It really feels like gone are the days where you go to the stadium and the only options are like kind of a crappy hot dog and kind of a crappy hamburger. My favorite thing that I had there, which was a slice of Moto pizza.
Oh, that looks so good.
That's right. Jane found a local pizza that she likes.
We did it.
We did
Yes.
it.
End the show. We're backing
So
up.
we did it.
Moto is really good, to be fair.
What?
They were
How
out of
would you-
slices when I went over.
What kind of pizza is Moto pizza? Like it was rectangular, but is there like a particular style that's
Detroit
supposed
style is usually
Detroit
rectangular
style.
with those like crispy bits on the sides.
It's so good. And so like my friend Derek's, I think, is also Detroit style pizza then. And I also really like that. So maybe what I'm learning about myself is that I love a Detroit style pizza now.
That could be your thing.
Yeah.
That'd be my thing.
Your new brand.
My new brand. Okay, so the other display that was at the event had things that were supposed to be relatively affordable. So some of these wonderful treats, it gets a little expensive. I mean, you've already, you've gotten the tickets to the game. You have gotten there on a weeknight. Maybe you want to also have a little beer. Maybe you don't want to pay like $20 for a really fancy sushi roll or something as good as that was. There's a value menu. And I am curious what you all liked off of that. I will say that the ube coconut rice crispy that Ashley was talking about from Marination is on that. And I think they're being served in like little cubes that come in a container so you can like share it with people, which I think is actually the best way to experience a dessert. So
Yeah, the value menu is cool. I kind of want to like challenge myself the next time I go to a game to only order stuff off the value menu and then see how much money I spend. Because they have like the hot dog, the nachos, but there's also stuff from like Ivar's and Ballard Pizza Co. And
oh yeah, that salmon chowder I think is on the value menu.
It was good. I really liked that salmon chowder. I thought it was really tasty.
Yeah, Liam, I watched you just hoover that.
I hoovered that.
it was disgusting.
You guys, Liam was like, I don't know. It kind of looked like there's.
Well, these things have been sitting under a hot light for a while, right? But
and then like
I love
3
a
seconds
chowder.
later, Liam was like, it's empty.
Don't forget, I'm from Massachusetts. I love a chowder.
Love a chowder.
It was really tasty. I have to say, I really liked it. Also, they have peanuts in the value offering, and like nothing wrong with peanuts at a baseball game. Like that motion of just breaking the peanut up, that feels like baseball to me. That feels like summer.
Totally.
All right, my favorite thing on that value menu was a $7 quesadilla, which is honestly hard to find outside of a stadium. Like, I feel like stadium prices are often like just off the charts high. Spending $7 is difficult to do in a lot of places. And, I will say one thing that I appreciate about the Mariners, and actually a way that the Mariners have gotten me in the door before, is friends have been like, hey, they're having that like $12 ticket night. Like, do you want to go? And a friend will just pick up a bunch of tickets for the group of us. And I'm not like a huge Mariners fan. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll be a bandwagon fan this season if they're good again. But there's something so summery about just like going to a game, hanging out, and having it be relatively low stakes because you didn't pay $1 bajillion for a ticket.
Can I share one more thing, which is went to state school, so I grew up around 30 racks of Keystone Light. And I took a photo of the, as Jane described it, yassified Keystone Light can.
Yeah, thank you for bringing this up.
And texted it to a buddy. And I said, look how they butchered our boy. And his response was like, oh my God, how much does that cost? And I was like, I think it's like $8. And he's like, that's literally how much 36 cost in 2001.
No, for real. Yeah.
They were like $11 for 36 of them.
Keystone Light was also my crappy beer of choice in college.
It is amazing that the new can looks like so fancy for a beer that I have very specific broke memories attached to.
And all that to say, there are beers on the value menu as well.
Yeah, including a non-alcoholic offering, which I think is cool.
Which is nice. And we can put a link to like the full menu.
I feel like I've not really been that interested in having any alcohol when I'm out. And so it's great to see more places offering
it's really accessible
non-alcoholic.
now.
Yeah.
And good. Like there's really good non-alcoholic beer now. So
Yeah.
Oh, there's also a really good strawberry lemonade, which I could see myself sitting in that hot sun enjoying on a summer's day.
Ooh, what a picture you just painted with your words. I loved that.
All right, I will leave you with that image, listener. That's all for today here at CityCast Seattle. Liam, thank you for bringing up the yassified Keystone Light can. That's really important news for our listeners to have known about.
I can only be who I am, Jane.
And Ashley, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, anytime.
I'm your host, Jane Sihu. Listeners, we want to hear from you. Send us your news tips, your questions, your hot goss. You can always email us at seattle@citycast.fm. You can also text us or leave us a voicemail on the CityCast hotline at 206-880-3931. Until next time, see you, Seattle.